Hey and welcome, msKIRAspeaks. Before we get started, I ask that you watch the videos till the end, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I apologize. We are finally back for another episode of Queens. Season 1, episode 11, I'm a Slave for You. So as the episode opens, I'm like, what is going on? Did I record the wrong show? Am I watching the wrong show? Because we are looking at an entirely different show. We see some mean girls bullying the new girl Anna when she casts a spell and freezes them, giving you real Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibes. So next thing you know, the actress that plays Anna is getting headshots and coming out of the precinct. There's a bunch of press outside asking her questions. Are you leaving the show? Did you have a breakdown? And we see our good girl Jill. She pulls her through the crowd. She's bailed her out and wants to sign her to Nasty Girl Records. So now we go back 3 days earlier because this doggone show, either we're going to go back a couple of days or we're going to jump forward. I'm tired of the time situation, but I digress. The ladies are sitting at the table. Eric is there also. And they said that they've poured everything they have into the label, but it's all going to pay off. Jill says the launch was a success, and we find out that Lady Z's song hit 6 million streams from Eric. Naomi says it's a great start, but we've got to keep that momentum going. While Muffin and Zadie are working on their albums, she thinks they should drop Valeria's early. But Valeria says she's not ready. You have a great album. It's all about the launch, Naomi says. Eric tells Valeria he landed her a spot on the Resonance record. Valeria is hyped. This is amazing, she says. Naomi says next they need to expand their roster. We need to sign someone who can sell out arenas because touring is where the real money is, Jill says. Naomi wants to find raw talent and forgotten artists and turn them into a star. Next, we are back on the set of Anna Cadabra, where Jill is also acting and the lead actress forgets her line. They cut and her momager comes out and apologizes. Madison didn't take her Adderall this morning, but Madison says she doesn't want to take it. So mom says something in her ear, you better take this medicine before I get you back, pressuring her to take the medicine. So we see Miss Valeria and she is in the studio with Resonance and she is excited. She gets her chance to rap in Spanish and the folks around they kind of chuckling. And Resonance explains like, that's not what you're here for. She's annoyed that he wants her to rap in English. She speaks Spanish. He had no idea. He thought of her more as a gringa. He was looking for that sexy designer flow she has. And Valeria is offended. She wants him to give her a chance. He tells her she can rap her verse how he wants or she can bounce. So bounce she does. Back at Bree's old place, Naomi is on SoundCloud looking for talent. Eric says no one cares about the art of hip hop anymore. As they're talking, Naomi gets a call from JoJo's school. Next thing you know, we see Naomi and Eric sit JoJo down. Naomi wants to know why the dean of her college is on her phone saying she hasn't been to school in over 2 months. 2 months? Damn, JoJo, what you been doing for 2 months that you ain't been going to school? Eric asks her to explain. She says she's not feeling it. Naomi is frustrated. And JoJo reveals that her and other kids in LA have been doing hip hop. She wants to be a rapper, and Naomi is not trying to hear it. You're not throwing away your education to rap. JoJo's basically like, but you rap, it's your passion. She's like, she's learning about herself and figure out who she is. She had never been out of Georgia. Eric's like, that's good. But Naomi's looking like him like, that's not the backup I was looking for, sir. So she tells him to stay out of it. So Naomi tells her, you need to get your priorities straight. And JoJo reminds her, listen, you chose music over me. Like, touche. You're staying in school and that's it. Eric, back me up. Oh, so now I can speak? I'm an adult. I don't need your permission. These kids, they be being real disrespectful and think they know everything. So Naomi hits her with that. As long as you're under my roof, you do. Cool, JoJo says and heads out the door. Eric says they didn't go to college. They hustled. And Naomi says, we're a team. You need to have my back. He says he also has opinions. She wants him to have opinions, but they have to be a united front in front of JoJo, and that is so true. Unfortunately, I'm raising my kids in a single parent household, but when I grew up, I was in a 2-parent household, and one thing is for sure, they kept that united front up. You cannot play the two of them against each other, and that's how it really should be. So Jill is knocking on Madison's trailer door, and she asks her to take a walk, and Madison's like, I gotta ask my mom. So as they sit down and talk, she asks her, like, do you always have to ask your mom for permission to take a walk? And she's like, yeah. So she says she tries to see things through her mom's eyes. She wants what's best for her. The character is the network's cash cow. And your mom, Jill points out. Jill gets it. It's hard to deal with controlling parents. Trust me, she knows. Madison's like she wants to change up her music for the show. Jill tells her she shouldn't need her mother's permission. And Madison tells her, actually, she does. Even though she's 21, she's in a conservatorship. And I mean, they're going to pull from all the headline stories. The title of the episode already was a giveaway, but Britney Spears vibes, here we are, especially with the conservatorship. So Naomi confronts Valeria about walking out on Resonance. She explained he wanted her to rap in English. But you rap in English, Naomi says. But this is a Resonance song. I talk too fast for my own good. Naomi is over Valeria doing yoga while she's talking, and Valeria's like, I am not JoJo. JoJo is not listening either. JoJo wants to be a rapper. Crickets. Valeria doesn't understand the problem. Naomi says she doesn't want her to drop out of school or go through all the stuff that they went through in the business, and Valeria tells her to see where it goes. Naomi doesn't want JoJo to have to live up to anybody's expectations, and Valeria's like, that's why she walked out. Oh, that's why she walked away from the song. She wants to try something new. She didn't have the courage to say so in the past. And Naomi's like, that's cute, but we have a release date that can't be changed. It'll only take a couple of months, Valeria says. What just happened there? Hold on. They might not have a label in a couple months if they don't follow Lady Z's hit with something big. She suggests she save it for the next album, and Valeria, she doesn't want to hear it, but Naomi is telling her she needs to make it right with Resonance. So Eric Key is in the studio when JoJo comes in to talk. She loves hip hop and she's good at it. She wouldn't drop out if she wasn't. She never heard Naomi rap until the BET Awards, and she wrote her first verse that night. Eric's like, I feel your passion, but I can't co-sign with you quitting school. She says she's doing it regardless, but she appreciated him being on board because what he thinks matters. And let's pump our brakes, mama. Have you ever heard of the good sis Meg Thee Stallion? You can do both, beloved. And I'm truly confused because JoJo is going to music school, so make it make sense. Anywho, JoJo asks for his help laying something down. Naomi Gold has his head. She wants to make sure she is at the level she thinks she is, and Eric, he reluctantly agrees, but he tells her, daughter or not, if the track is fire, it's yours. It's yours. But if it's whack, I'm tossing it. So she hits the booth and she sounds okay. Actually, she sounds a lot like Lil Muffin on the show, but I digress. Moving along, Jill plays Naomi and Valeria Anna Cadabra. So you want to sign a teeny bopper wizard chick, Valeria says. Jill tries to explain, but Naomi says, nah, it's corny. Can she rap? No, but she can sing. We're a hip hop label, Naomi says. Jill tells her Madison has 11 million followers on Instagram. She could be the next Britney or Demi Lovato. Jill says it wouldn't hurt to diversify their audience. Valeria says it took 14 years and 1 billion documentaries to free Britney from her conservatorship. Jill says, listen, I stood by Naomi with Zadie. Like, this is the least y'all can do. Jill wants to help her, and she thinks that she can also help them. What's her name again, Valeria says? Madison Pierce. She just got her corny ass arrested for shoplifting. After Jill gets Madison released, she tells her she was hoping to get a few nights in there. You got arrested on purpose? She did. In jail, they won't make her take Adderall. Her mom naps while she works and stays up at night and watches her sleep so she can make sure she stays in her bed. She's legally required to share her location on her phone, and her security is in her room when she goes to the gynecologist. That is crazy. She just wanted one good night of sleep. Her mom is not her mom anymore. Jill says she's going to fight this and she's going to help her. So Eric and JoJo, they listen to the track and she's ready to drop it. But Eric's like, no. We got to play it for your mom first. She thanks him for helping her. Go to school tomorrow and he'll talk to Naomi. And he leaves the room to take a call. And JoJo uploads the track to SoundCloud. Whoo! So Jill has Naomi and Valeria in their rehearsal space to discuss Madison. We are more than our mistakes, Jill says. Madison says, listen, we only have a few minutes before my mom shows off, so you want to hear what I have to say, or you going to continue to whisper behind my back? So Naomi, she plays the guitar, and Madison sings, and I was trying to figure out who she sounded like. It kind of gave me like a little rock feel, but it was, it was cool. So when she finishes, the ladies, they're feeling it, and Naomi says, Nasty Girl Records needs to be the one that releases it. No sooner than she says it, the police are knocking on the door. They let themselves in. They come in with Madison's mom, and she says she was so worried. Thank God I found you. Not enough to bail her out of jail, Jill says. Who do you think you are? Someone that cares about her well-being. Well, you're fired. You knew that was coming. Mom is worried about them losing a day of filming, and Valeria, she gives her pushback. But Madison's mom ain't trying to hear anything any of them have to say. She starts to walk Madison out of there, and Jill reminds her, Madison is worth $80 million, not her. Mom says, don't make me have this policeman arrest you for kidnapping my ward. Mean old mama is playing no games with the girls. So Madison asks for a minute with the ladies while her mom waits outside, and I was surprised she let her do that. So they ask her how she gets out of a conservatorship. I'm going to be tired of saying this before the episode is over, but I'm wrapping it up, y'all. She has to prove that she has the capacity to handle her daily life. It's all up to the judge unless her mom steps down. She also needs to get a new lawyer because the lawyer that she has is through her mom. She wants to use her signing bonus, but Nasty Girl Records is broke. She thanks Jill, and then Jill volunteers to pay for her lawyer. Valeria is back in the studio with residents, and she apologizes. She's in the booth, and when she gets started, after she does a few English ad-libs, she starts rapping in Spanish. And he looks like he was feeling it. He was smiling, and he lets her finish. But when she gets back to Naomi, we found out that he dropped her from the song. Ouch. Valeria says she didn't do it on purpose, but she and Naomi, they go back and forth. Eric comes in and he thinks that Madison is a good look until he finds out she's in a conservatorship. Told you I was going to get tired of saying that word. Y'all like to make things difficult. I guess it's back to SoundCloud, Naomi says. So they get to the second artist and she goes to listen and she says, listen, they got to be good since everybody's hating saying women can't rap. She's listening. She's like, it's not perfect, but it's got potential, she says, and Eric is looking down because he knows he's about to be in trouble. She thinks she's found her next artist, and then her and Valeria both are like, wait, is that JoJo? And she looks at Eric. We should talk. Yes, because you got some explaining to do, sir. So Jill and Madison meet with the new lawyer. He tells her, your mom is going to fight it with all she can because you're the gravy train. He needs to know everything, every piece of information your mother could weaponize. And Madison's like, she's ready. And she doesn't think that her mom could do any worse than she's already done. And the lawyer tells her there are millions of dollars on the table. You'd be surprised what people can do. And he ain't lying. So they're at the mediation about the conservatorship. We're going to call it a mediation. I don't know if that's the correct word, but we're going to go with it. Trish lays it all out there and says Madison is unfit to make decisions. She is in a vulnerable state, and if left to her own devices, she feels she will end up broke on the streets or worse. It's time for Madison's lawyer to speak, but he says she'd like to speak on her own behalf. She says she's been working for a decade, single-handedly supporting both her and her mother. It seems like she's knocking it out the park, and even the judge agrees when mom pulls out the big guns. Trish says she was, and Madison's like, no, mom, no. Trish says she was walking past her room and the light was on, and she had a gun back then for protection. She didn't know Madison knew about it, but it was in her mouth. She needs the conservatorship. She needs me to protect her. Jill was sitting in the background looking horrified, like, oh my God. And the lawyer said, you'd be surprised what people will, what people are willing to do when so much money is on the table. So afterwards, Jill asked, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, because you would have taken my mom's side. She's like, I'm here now. So Madison's like, she didn't think her mom would say anything because she went through such great lengths to keep it secret, like even with her therapist and, so on and so forth. And she didn't want the show to find out. So she said she had just found out about the conservatorship and that it was being extended. That's what she found out about. And she didn't want to hurt herself, but she just wanted out of the conservatorship. I'm tired of saying it. Jill tells her mother needs to hear the words from her. So Naomi, she's reading some of the comments on SoundCloud about JoJo's body. This is exactly the misogyny that she was trying to protect her from. She blames Eric. He says the plan was for her to record and go back to school. And Naomi says, you can't parent the way you do business. He gets in her neck the same way Valeria did and says nobody can disagree with her. So JoJo walks in as they're talking. She's like, oh, how are you holding up? You can't listen to these people. And JoJo's like, trolls will be trolls. And Naomi's surprised it doesn't bother her. She's like, it doesn't bother you that they're talking about your body and not your talent? And JoJo's like, you think I'm talented? And she thinks that that's all that matters, is that her mom thinks she's talented and that, she knows how messed up the industry is. Look at Lizzo and Billie Eilish. And Naomi's like, they're not my children. And you have a special opportunity in front of you at Hellman. This will be there when you graduate. And if she wants to do that after, she will support her. But JoJo says her mind is made up. Kids can be so hard-headed. So back at the mediation, Trish asks if Madison is okay, and Jill's like, she can be. So Trish tries to explain that everything she has done has been for her. The two of them talk, and Jill tells her, you think you're protecting her, but you're not. You're trying to control her to protect yourself. If you don't let her go, you will really end up losing her. So Madison comes in, and Jill, she leaves the two of them to talk. So the ladies and Eric are talking as they wait to find out what happened with Madison's conservatorship. Madison comes in and tells her mom let her go. They're happy. They want to celebrate. She wants to make music with them. Like I said, they're excited. The next morning, they're waiting for Madison. She's an hour late. She shows up only to tell them offers started rolling in after the news of her being free from her mom. There was a bidding war and Universal offered $5 million upfront. Aren't they the people that produce your show? Eric says. They say if I give them one more Anna album, then I'll be free to do what I want. And I don't know if she should trust that deal. All the while, Kanye Heartless is playing in the background. So Madison says she can't pass up money like that. She thanks Jill for all she's done and promises to pay her back. And Jill's like, oh, don't worry about it. And she tells her to take care of herself. So Naomi walks her out and Jill's like, she knows how this story is going to go. And Eric's like, you can't save everyone. You tried. So Valeria's like, listen, I won't be the reason that we break up again. Child, I'm going to need Miss Madison to run Jill her coins. That lawyer fee, for sure. And a little pain and suffering for Miss $5 million. So Valeria, she goes to talk to residents. She is proud of who she is and where she's going and blah, blah, blah. A little while later, we hear playing a song where she's flowing in Spanish. And the ladies are like, oh, okay, all right. Mm-hmm. So she tells them she's not on Resonance's song, but he did produce her Latin single. And she thinks the album is ready and she wants that to be her first single. So Jill asks her what's next. And Naomi says she has an idea on who they should sign. We see her go pay JoJo a visit in the studio. Naomi tells her that she loves her and that she believes in herself because most don't, and that's what you need to succeed in this business. Otherwise, you won't survive. After some conversation, she tells her if she wants to drop out of Hellman, it's her decision to make, and there is no catch. But then she says she can't force her to stay in school, but she also knows she has an incredible opportunity in front of her at Hellman. If you drop out and you want to rap, I'm not going to let you do it any other place than under my wing. That makes sense. But I want to offer you an opportunity to do both. Child, I already said the same thing earlier, but you know, kids. So JoJo finally agrees to do both. Welcome to Nasty Girl Records, Naomi says. JoJo looking for a sign, and Bodestina already told Miss Anna Cadabra, and they telling her that they broke. So she says, should we go home? Yes, baby, let's go home. And that is where we end, child. for an episode that I wasn't so fond of. Who knows? I would have so much to say, and this is going to be a lot of editing on editing on editing, or I don't know. But anyway, they went on a 3-week break after this episode, but they're back now. Please drop your thoughts down in the comments. I hope you'll come back and join me for my next review. As I said earlier, or I might not have said earlier because I did this video a couple times, episode 12 and 13 are already out and the season is a wrap. So keep your notifications on. If you have made it this far, put that holding your head emoji down in the comments, because this episode definitely made you do that a couple of times. While you're here, please check out some of my other content. Thank you. And before you go, like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you. Peace.